Last time on Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Knuckles tried to kill us with a bomb that he threw from a doorway that's right in front of our faces, and we can easily walk out of.
Yo, knucklehead.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 playthrough. And yes, Knuckles just tried to take us out with a bomb, but fortunately that had no effect on us. Good thing I had an electric shield.
Yeah.
Don't know what effect that would have, but oh, Eggman! Get him, Tails! He got away, but he left behind a little parting gift. This would be your boss, or mini-boss, for Act 1 of the final zone. You gotta watch the spinning mace balls that he has, and Tails, of course, gets in the way, but luckily, I had over 50 rings.
Yeah, this boss isn't that hard, though.
No, he only takes 6 hits to destroy. I think most of the mini-bosses, if not all of them, only take 6 hits, but then there is the one in Carnival Night Zone, he just takes 4.
Yeah, but it's hard to hit him.
Yeah, but that would be why these guys are just mini-bosses, because they are easier to defeat. And now, with his defeat, we are on to the final act of the entire game. Launch Base Zone Act number 2.
Once we finish this, then we're done.
Yes, it's what I was saying off camera. It's kind of interesting. In Zone, or Act 1, you saw like the red girders and everything in the background where the Death Egg was being repaired, but we don't see them anymore. So, I thought at first, does that mean that we completely bypassed the entire, construction bay or whatever? But what I think it is now, like we kind of looped around the area, we're coming back through it.
So you're on the Death Egg right now?
Not quite. We're on the path. Ow! Friggin' Orbinauts. Have I mentioned I hate Orbinauts? Because I do. But I think what we're on now, this path is like the other, this is the red stuff we were looking at in the background. It's yellow and pipey, but there's some red stuff.
There we go.
But as you can imagine, this being the last zone of the game, Eggman Robotnik is going to pull out all the stops, all the bad guys he can think of. Not the most threatening badniks he's ever had. I'm thinking back to in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Metropolis Zone. He had those robotic scythers and those robotic kinglers. He basically made Pokemon before Pokemon.
What a ripoff.
Yeah. What a ripoff that he did before the actual thing was made that he's ripping off.
I know, right?
So technically wouldn't Pokemon be there? Anyway. See this little switch or platform here we can't get through, we gotta find another one of those switches, and those up there would be the Eggman boxes I was talking about. That's a very hard spin dash to make without hitting those boxes. But if you know about the secret path that I just walked through, you can hopefully land in there without popping one. If you do hit it, of course, it's just like a badnik hitting you. You will lose your rings, or if you have no rings, you'll lose a life. And I don't know why, sometimes the game glitches there when you're trying to spin dash up that hill.
That's something that you're just gonna have to handle with these old games.
Yeah. Glitchy, glitchy, glitchy. Something I find kind of difficult at this point in particular. I've got over 50 rings, and I have all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and I don't have a shield. I feel very apprehensive when this happens, because I could fire up Supersonic at any time, but I kind of don't want to until I need to. But I'm also used to using Sonic's Insta-Shield, which is his mid-air jump ability. Of course, when you have enough rings, that's also your Supersonic transformation. So, yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little underpowered here. But, fortunately, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, and doesn't that, little wave thing that Sonic can do, doesn't that give you a bit more range?
Yeah, it'll increase, gives you a little bit more, a few pixels on either side that you can actually expand the range of your spin attack, or your spin jump. It's not much, but it does help every now and then. Especially when you're fighting bosses who stay just out of your jump range, the shockwave could still hit them potentially. Yeah,
and most people have gotten used to that, and then when they have 50 rings, you just become super and you're just wasting the rings.
Exactly. Fly me up, Tails, let's see what we got up top here. Nice little ring box. Another Orbinaut, thank you for that, Tails.
Yeah, and they're really hard to kill, too.
Yeah, it's I don't know if there's a safe way to kill them. Of course, Supersonic can do it, no problem. If you have invincibility, you can. I find, as you'll see a couple of times, when I get hit and we have that temporary invincibility, I'm able to use, well, as you'll see right now, the Insta-Shield.
Oh. Oh, the shield can kill them.
Well, I could basically just hop on him anyway, but I was mad. I wanted extra pain.
You wanted to kill him.
Yeah. I wanted to kill that lifeless robot and take his life, whatever. I like how now we don't even have to worry about those security lights from the last zone, or the last act, because the top-notch security bird system that Robotnik installed, they're just out in force.
Yeah, they're just going out everywhere.
I took 2 of them out. Like, 2 of them came at me at once this time. I don't know how, like, why did Eggman try to make this place so impossibly hard?
I know, right?
Double the birds, double the fun. I got a hankering for double mint gum.
Double everything.
Take out this guy for no reason, apparently.
I felt like killing.
Yeah, why not? It's the last stage of the game, you know, might as well do everything we can. Now, I want to get back to my potential Super Sonic. Get off there, Tails. Ah, you got hit. So I'm trying to lure him out so I can get in back here.
So you can pick up a couple rings.
Yeah, now, as I said before, the Orbonauts only move when you're walking, so if you're trying to lure him away, keep walking to make him do so, then just jump to get back towards him.
Yeah, just take like 1 step at a time.
Okay, I want those last rings up there so I can go supersonic. Can you fly me up there, Tails?
Okay.
Let's do this. There's a ring box, plus a couple more. That should give me a nice, good chunk of rings to deal with.
And get enough.
Yep, I can now go supersonic. But let's wait till we can see the look on Eggman's face.
Yeah, let's just wait until we get to Eggman and then just turn it on and just kill everything.
Yeah, so this is his final, well, not his final robot of the game, but you'll see. He opens up this little platform beneath him and launches out cannonballs like bowling ball! Well, I just lost my supersonic ability.
Awesome.
Anyway, I guess we can describe more of the fight. He'll launch out either a ball from the top, like that, or one from the bottom. And they can either just go off the screen, or they roll back to try and hit you again. I think the bottom ones always roll back. The top ones do sometimes. It's like random choice. Or you can tell how far he actually launches it. But again, 8 hits, and the Robotnik... Yep, and there goes Tails. For whatever reason, right at this point, Tails always jumps into the water to commit suicide.
I want to help.
Here we have the ultimate showdown we've been waiting for. Sonic and his new rival Knuckles, head to head. And then the Death Egg starts to launch and Knuckles falls. That was a bit of a letdown. I was really expecting more out of Knuckles for like their big final show, because that is the last time we see Knuckles in the game, which is very anticlimactic, I guess you'll say. Like, all the trouble he's caused you the entire game, to end that way.
Yeah, and I also like how he was on a red platform and that was the only one that broke.
Oh yeah, every other one stayed intact. I guess he's a little heavier than he lets on. But we're made it to the bottom of the Death Egg. Sonic's hitching a ride on the nice little handy platform beneath. And Robotnik is taking this one last chance to try and rid himself of that annoying blue hedgehog. Now, just like the final boss from Sonic 2, I'm going into this fight with 0 rings. But as you saw, if I hadn't got hit in that last fight, you can actually have rings in this final battle, so it's not quite as hard as Sonic 2.
Yeah, and having rings really does help.
The thing you gotta watch out for is not just the lasers that he's shooting, but he has a little spike ball that orbits around his cockpit. So you gotta time your jump to make sure you don't hit that. It just goes like in a rotation all the way around, so just wait for it to move out of the way and you get a couple free shots on him. It's going to take 4 hits for each segment of the laser shield thing that he has going on, and 1 final hit to take out the last of it.
Yeah, you make this boss look easy, but it's not.
Actually, this boss isn't particularly hard, because after you beat him, Eggman flies up, and as we fly higher into the atmosphere, he comes back big time. Folks, get ready for one of the harder final bosses that you will see. Because, for example, this happens. See you next time.